Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm back just doing a little update on the RAV4 here. Because, well, it's been a while since I've made any videos really. But I got some parts on order, but Canada Post is on strike right now, which is really screwing me over. My computer parts aren't here, a bunch of Christmas gifts I ordered aren't here, and these parts are not going to get here probably till next year, so that's not fun. But yeah, so I've just been looking over it. I went around the whole undercarriage and did some undercoating with some surface shield, and spray painted a couple rusty parts, just cosmetic things really. But today I'm going to show you some of the more concerning rust spots. I got the headlamp here so you can actually see because it's already getting dark. Lovely sunset though, look at that. It's gorgeous. You can't really see it though because it's fucking white. There we go. Yeah. Beautiful place we live here, you know, gotta say. But kind of sucks that it gets dark so early. But anyways, so I'll show you one spot that's, well, it's not really structural, but it is a bit concerning to me anyways. It's the door back here. As you can see, it's pretty rough. And if you can look inside, just put this on flood mode. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, if you look in there, it's pretty bad, But this up to here, this is solid. Let's see if we can get some bad angles here. Okay, so up to here is solid, but then it starts to get rough down here, and this underneath these plastics is pretty rough as well. So what I'm gonna have to do is cut this metal out here. I'm gonna cut this out and keep the inner structure there. I might not even cut most of this out, honestly, because it's just a door, but it's gonna be like, this here is still solid. It's just pretty bad. This really would require a new door, but I'm a redneck, so I'm just gonna fiberglass it. Just put a patch over these two holes here, I think. Might not even cut this metal out, leave it in as a structure. But it's not gonna stop the rust. And well, if you ever watched Pole Barn Garage, that's basically my idea here. Just cut the floor out of it and put license plates in. But no, I'm just gonna clear up some of this rust and patch it with fiberglass resin. And the other end of the door here, I'm also gonna just probably use fiberglass reinforced body filler and restore the edge down here. So it's a bit shitty. Well, someone already did that with, but you can see they did it with pink, just regular Bondo, so that was bad. So they didn't even use fiberglass Bondo, so that's gonna have to be repaired properly. But thankfully every other door is actually fine. Like, if you open up this door here, as you can see, you got her up on, well, not up on jack stands, but she's up on ramps. People say you can't leave a car on ramps. This one's been up here for about a week now. Longer, maybe. But yeah, these doors are fine. There's no major rust on these. Like you can see, there's a little down there. Something else I'm going to have to paint. But, you know, it's just cosmetic. It's not actually rusted through. And the seat rails. Another common thing. My phone is casting shadow, but I guess I can turn a flash on here too. Yeah, that helps. But yeah, the seat rails are quite crusty, but you know, cosmetically anyways, I can just sand those down with a wire wheel. But yeah, I think I've got a lock for these wheels, but turns out this one here is missing a stud. So yeah, that's interesting. Not that hard to replace a stud though, I'm sure. I know, it's not that hard to replace a stud. And yeah, so all the other doors are solid, but I'll show you. This tire's flat now because it's dry rotted pretty badly. If you can see it. Yeah, she's shot. Needs new tires, but I already have new tires for it. And yeah, these spots, a little bit concerning, right? But really, this is just part of the pinch weld. And you could jack this car up using the subframe. But the area where the subframe attaches is solid still, see? See that? So it's still solid back there. Get up right up and underneath this now, on this frozen ground. Yeah, so you can see the chassis here and the main structure all the way up is still solid. It's just this sort of part here, which is just, you know, the outer rocker, and it has spread to the inner rocker. But this is still solid. You know, this can be, like, this is, yes, part of the structure of the car, but the tube can be patched and just not be fucked with. Just don't jack it up by here anymore. You can use this as a jack point, or, you know, this can be repaired. And the rear tailgate will also be repaired. Gloves. So yeah, now my hair is all fucked up because of this hat. So yeah, it's a little bit of a rust update on the RAV here, but I'm gonna get working on that. You know, I'm gonna buy some fiberglass patches, some body filler, and get those cleaned up so that she'll pass inspection. And well, hopefully whenever Canada Post decides to, I'm not gonna say anything bad, you know. Workers fighting for their rights is always a good thing, so good for them, but I would like my packages delivered, and Parts Avatar doesn't seem to want to be cooperating with me. Well, I mean, I guess they can't really do anything. The package is already gone in Canada Post's hands, so there's nothing I can really do. Just wait for an oil pan, and then I can cut the exhaust off and get the oil pan. Yeah, probably gonna have to jerry-rig the exhaust back together. So that's my idea for the exhaust. And I'll show you that. I'm gonna just cut those bolts off there. It's just circle editing. And yeah, because this one here, the spring came off because it was just so rusted out that it just fell apart. And now the exhaust is, well, if I can actually grab it. It's too cold to move it now, but yeah, the exhaust is like half detached. The donut gasket is no longer sealing. So I'm gonna have to cut those bolts off. Cut that one off, and drill stud out, if I can get a look at it. Drill that stud out. Very awkward angles here. And replace it with a nut and bolt, I'm guessing. That's my best bet, because yes, it's going to vibrate a lot, but, you know, whatever. I don't think I'm getting a spring bolt back in there. I have to get a new exhaust, right? And, I mean, I guess I could price out a new exhaust for it. I don't know how much that would be for a new cat. And potentially I could just cut the flange off and replace the flange, but that would have to get done at a shop. I don't have the tools for that. Don't have a welder, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with this thing. Waiting on parts, and I guess for now I will, like I said, deal with some of the rust. But that's, I'm also going to hit it with some POR 15 rust remover first. I'm going to find a way to spray that up in there. Probably going to put some into a spray bottle and coat it all, or maybe soak a rag in it and put it up there. We'll see. Because I want to neutralize most of the rust before I put any fiberglass over it, because, you know, just to improve the lifespan of it. But really, those, like I said, those spots are not structural. It's a door and the rocker panel. Yeah, that is a little bit concerning, but if I can get it to pass inspection, then it'll be fine. Like, it's not going to fall apart while I'm driving. If it does, then it's my own fault. If the rear end falls apart or something because of those little, well, I mean, not little, but those rust holes on the rockers, like, it's not as bad. Like, I drove a Chevy Impala with absolutely rotted out rockers. Let me show you it, actually. Okay, so you think those are bad pinch welds, bad rocker panels. Well, come with me and we'll see bad rocker panels. So this car is a 2010. So we're talking 5 years newer than that RAV. Got the Mighty Car Mod stickers, you know. But this is what bad rocker panels look like. Underneath this, like, see, first of all, these doors also, like, rotted out because, like, all the way down. Because Chevy, in their infinite wisdom, decided to put rubber seals that hold water. I can get the door open. Oh, yeah, this is my old daily driver. Look at the fucking state of these doors. These were not this bad when it was parked, like... Oh, because these rubber seals right here hold water. It's the worst design ever. And that, let's see if I can actually show you, is the reason why up and underneath here, these plastic rocker panels also hold water. And this right here is a chunk. This is a piece that fell out. All the way up and down the entire side of the car. Like, whole structure gone. And I drove that for like a year and a half. So, if those little fist-sized holes in the rocker panels of my RAV4 are gonna kill me, then I might as well be dead already because of that Impala. Meanwhile, I drove that Impala through a ditch, and the rocker panels were fine somehow. So yeah, I think that we can fix her up good. Sorry, I'm a bit peeved about Canada Post, but like I said, mostly about Parts Avatar not being able to switch carriers in anticipation of this, but I don't know. I guess everyone's mad Canada Post a bit right now. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go for a little ride because there's some snow on the ground, and thinking about taking the bike for a little ride, so I'm gonna record that and put it in the video too. But yeah, this has been an update on the RAV4, and then have some bike footage.